Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Angie. I'm a 24-year-old cash budgeter. Today we're going to be doing a cash condensing so that I can move some sinking funds into the bank and I can condense my cash envelopes to make sure that they are still standing strong. So let's hop right into it. Our first binder we're going to work into is my high priority binder. So I just did my cash unstuffing if you want to see kind of how I manage spending on credit cards and how I use cash for that. So let's just go right here. We have car maintenance 20, 30, 40, 50. We can condense. And I'm starting with $490. So let me just quickly write that down. I do have a sticky note here to kind of write down what sinking funds I'm moving to the bank. So start $490. And if I'm not moving anything over, I'm just going to condense the bills. But yeah, this is going to be a nice, relaxing cash condensing. We're not doing too much money today. We're not working with too much money, so it's going to be nice and simple. Let me know down in the comments if you guys like to watch condensings. Do you guys use credit cards in your setup as well? If so, you should definitely watch my unstuffing. So rainy day, I have 100. I don't have a 100 bill yet. I will have one. Actually, you know what? It might be a good idea to get that settled real quick. I know in this binder, I do have a big savings challenge, and I do have hundreds in here, so let's get some. Oh, I have one. So let's get some things moving here. 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300. So we're going to need a $300 placeholder. Okay, so just a quick walkthrough of what I just did. I did spend $1,300 from this savings challenge that was in placeholders. So that money isn't necessarily in the bank, but I do want to count it when I do my final count because it's going to save me $2,025. So I'm just going to do $1,300, but really I'm only going to have $300 in the bank. So we have $300 here. We have some more 50s in the mix. And in cash, we have 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, and 40. So we're just going to do two 20s. So 320, so 1620 technically. All right, so we'll come back to low priority. Let me just go back to my high priority. Here we go. Rainy day, I might just keep as 20s now that I think about it because the whole challenge is in 20 bills. So we'll keep it as it is. Annual fees, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95, 100. Let's do 250s because sometimes my annual fees are not over $100. There's like 95 sometimes, so we'll keep it as is. 10, 15, 20, 25. Oh yeah, and let me quickly write down that I added $300 in annual fees over here. Because now that I moved 300 to the other side, this is going to have plus $300. All right, back into low priority. Long time no see. 5, 6, 7. Oh, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wait, these bills are so crispy. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, but I don't want to get rid of them. I'm going to keep them because I never have crispy ones. I got those out of an ATM. I am obsessed, so we're going to keep those as long as we can. We can do 50 in here. This is my clothing envelope, and I'm still building this up. Okay. Entertainment, 20, 25, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. These are also crispy ones, but I think unfortunately we do have to get rid of those. I'm just taking a better 20. Actually, I feel like I have a better 20 than that. Right here. Better 20 and maybe a better 10. Yeah. I think nicer bills in your envelopes, they just kind of sit nicer, they work nicer, they're easier to stuff. So I take this opportunity to also put in nicer bills into my envelopes. All right, and then we did everything over here. I know we definitely got some work to do in my holiday binder. So gifts, 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. Uh-oh, is our last 50. We'll make it work. Birthdays, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. We're just gonna keep that as is. Sometimes it's good to have a lot of 20s in your envelopes. So 200, 250, 70, 90, 300. We're gonna keep that as is because I want to save that 100 for Christmas because I know I could probably put back 100 to the bank. Halloween I think is okay. Christmas, here we go. So 1, 2, 3, 400, 20, 40, 60, 80, 500, 20, 40, 60. And wait a second. Oh, okay, guys. Our prayers have been answered. So this 500 I'm gonna move into the bank because Christmas is a while away. I'm gonna have this build up some interest in the bank. We just got 5 $100 bills, so yay. All right, so we have $60 in here. Let's put in a $500 placeholder. All right, and then we're gonna just do 500 for Christmas. I feel like I'm always like a little rusty at the start of unstuffings or condensing, so bear with me, it all works out in the end. And should I? No. You know what? I kind of like having the 20s in birthday because sometimes it's easier to have the 20s than to break a $100 bill. All right, let's move into our business binder. Materials is good. Packing. We could do a 20. We could do a better 20 than that. Printer ink, 30. So this is actually, there was a nice 10 that I put back here. 30. Actually, this is nicer. These in the back. Freebies is good. YouTube. You know what? I have to unstuff this actually. I have to pay myself back. I did a little giveaway for my last launch in my shop. So I did a $50 gift card and I'm supposed to pay myself back. So I'm gonna move this back to the bank. I think I forgot to unstuff that. I also forgot to unstuff one more thing. So when we get to that, I'll do it. And then let's see. Oh, let me take this opportunity to fix this. Okay, so I just got a generous gift from one of my most treasured and beloved family members. So she wanted to kind of just give me a gift based on, she wanted me to kind of like list out to her all the accomplishments I've had in the past few years. So like graduating from grad school, getting my first job, doing all things like that. So she gave me a very, very generous gift and I decided to put that in our real estate fund. So now we have $4,800 in the bank plus this 50, so that's $4,850. So I just wanted to fix that. And then I do have to fix this long-term savings real quick. All right, so we actually have $300 in here, so $305 technically, because when my ally accrues interest, it just puts it straight into like the main savings account. I have buckets in my account, but you don't have to. So that's actually just been accruing, and I don't even know when it reached $300, but I checked the account and I was like, I don't know how that happened. So that's pretty cool. So I'm glad I got to fix those envelopes. All right, let's move to Joe's binder. So he has 15 in spending. Let's see if we can get better bills here. Gas, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90. I'm actually going to take some of this money into my wallet for our lake trip coming up. So I'm actually just going to leave it as it is. Groceries. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Let's move 100 in here. 10, 20, 21, 2, and 3. So that's a better 20. Oh, wait. Why did I move $3 here? Oh, you know what? I could get better threes over here. Wait. Not threes. Dollar bills. 1, 2, 3. So 123, we're probably going to spend for that just to buy some food for our lake trip. We're going with our friends, so we all like to chip in. Haircuts, I actually have to give this back. So 50, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90. So Joe got a haircut before our trip, and I totally forgot to give him the cash for it. So let me do this now. So 60, 70, 80, 85, and 90. So I'll just move that to the side. Gym membership, I also forgot to unstuff, so he needs $30. Yeah. Okay, so 10, 20, 25, 30. My gosh, I forgot to write all of this down. Subscriptions, I also have to unstuff. Oh my god. Okay, 50, 70, 80, 90, 110. I believe our subscription is about $100 with everything. We just added something new for our TikTok. So yeah, I'm just gonna give him 100, see what he does with it. All right, so we're all set there. All right, and then in our last binder here, this is our travel binder. We actually just spent a lot of money out of here, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move, just for our Montenegro trip, I have $100, I believe. So I'm just gonna keep this accruing in our savings account because, again, it's not until next year, so I have a lot of time. So $100 there, and then everything else is still kind of low. Let's put in a placeholder. All right, so here's a placeholder from my bestie girl, Budget with Maddie. And I'm just gonna write that down. I'm gonna create a bucket that probably says Montenegro in my savings account. All right, so let's do a count here and see how much money we're moving back to the bank. So it should be $13.90. So that's what we should have here. Let's go ahead and find out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops. Total of 500. Okay, so we do have $13.90. We did it perfectly, thank God. So yeah, I'm just gonna handle all of those unstuffings off to the side, and yeah, I got a lot of things to work on. I feel like I came back from vacation, it was right at the end of the month, so I couldn't like really close out my budget the way I wanted to, but I'm doing my best here. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this was a nice chill condensing for you and it wasn't too big. And yeah, I think it went really smoothly. So if you liked what you saw, please like, comment, subscribe. I post a lot of cash stuffings and savings games, unstuffings, etc. So if you like that type of content, it would really help if you would subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!